Hey, it's Logan Christopher from Legendary Strength, and I want to talk about a few progressions for the stand-up challenge in this and some following videos. The stand-up challenge, if you haven't seen that, it's really taking this idea of getting up and off the ground and progressively making it more difficult. Because, many people have a hard time doing things like that, when really if you want to move well, then that's something you should be able to do. So that is essentially what we're starting with. Some of the research I found about behind this was that if you could get up and off the ground without using your hands on the ground or supporting on your knees or anything like that, it means you died less. All-cause mortality was down among elderly that were able to do this. In that test, they used one specific way of getting up and off the ground, and that was this cross-legged squat down to a sit. So before we get into this, it's important to know that you need to be aware of your own body, right? So if you have bad knees or something, you definitely want to, it's not that you want to avoid doing this, but you want to work smartly into doing it, because the knees should be able to take this weird kind of bending format that we're going for. So pace yourself, adapt it to what you're able to do. Let's talk about the first progression. It doesn't even involve sitting on the ground. We're just going to do a cross-legged squat. And you're going to go down to the depth you can. So maybe that's there, and you just work like this. And you'll be working this with both feet, each foot forward. And if this is easy, then start going down more so you can get closer and closer to the ground. It goes without saying that you're probably going to need to be able to do a full squat before you do this one. So if you're not there, work on that and have some other videos showing that. Let's say you're just about here. Okay, so next step is from this nearly bottom position, and here it is from the side. You'll also notice I'm coming up to the sides of the feet. You're not keeping the feet firmly planted on the ground. So I'm here, and then from here, just kind of sitting back on the ground. And then that may be easy. Maybe you can only do the negative in the beginning. So you continue working like this. And then get up how you can. And as you work on that, doing it more and more control to where you are just touching the butt on the ground, then use a little momentum. You can even rock if you need to get up like so. And then as you rock less, you can do it with less momentum. And making sure you have good balance as you do so. Now, how do we make this even harder? I started playing around with this, doing a spinning version. So come in here, then on the way up, and you're going to move into the other side, and back and forth. So there you go. That is the basic movement that's used in this test. Here's the thing about the test. There's nothing magical about this one way of moving. It's just that you want to be able to move in many ways. So in following videos, and you can check out the whole stand-up challenge course, going to go in different progressions, different ways of doing this, and taking it to even more difficult levels.